Oh my God. Bless you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, in Nekpe Obasoge.
Yeah.
So I just came back from Canada. And so I was so surprised that he sent me your phone number. I said, oh my God, I was so happy. He said, pleasure, sir. Thank you, sir, for having me.
So, I want to manager no, you will let go.
Okay, sir.
Take you around the museum.
Okay.
The first private museum in Benin. It's supposed to be the largest private museum in Africa. Yes.
Oh,
It's called Revelation Palazzo Museum.
Okay.
So it takes time. So we go around and take down notes and so on before we talk later. I have a recording in the studio.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I thought we should go look at it.
And we, as soon as they like. Professor Victor Uwaifo was the first Honorable Commissioner for the Ministry of Arts, Culture and Tourism in Edo State. In fact, I would say in Nigeria, because there was no such ministry before him. The ministry was actually carved out by the government of Chief Loki Nusakai Benedian, who actually appointed him as one of his commissioners those days. His appointment was a boost to that administration because it was beamed all over the world. For being able, you were able to get the maestro to work with you. So the focus, there was a global focus on the administration of Chief Loki Nusakai Benedian because of him. It was, I remember those years, 2002, because then I was his PA in the office when he was Honorable Commissioner. So he was invited to Delta State by the Delta State Art Council. There was no ministry, such ministry. He was, supposedly, he was to be the chairman. He now sent me to represent him there. I got there. I remember the DG walked up to me then and personally requested that I should advocate for that ministry on behalf of Professor Victor Uwaifo.
But you are representing him. You can't do that.
No, I had to do that. It was I represented him. By virtue of that, I was empowered.
Okay.
So whatever I said was
confirmed from him.
Oh yes. I understood his mind. I knew what he wanted. He had equipped me before I got there. So I knew what he would approve and I knew what he would disapprove. So that was no problem to me at all. I did that in the presence of the governor, the commissioner stand for information, and some other dignitaries that were seated. So I did that, and to God be the glory, it wasn't long before it was approved. And then now started having Ministry of Arts, Culture and Tourism in Delta State. I remember one of our very own ROMT became the commissioner for the ministry. You know ROMT?
No, I don't know.
He's a Nollywood star.
Oh.
Mofeda Mijo.
Okay.
He became the commissioner those days. So he was the first Honorable Commissioner for Arts, Culture and Tourism in Nigeria. That also extended to the national body when they started having the Federal Ministry of Tourism. He actually started it. So I'll leave you to ask me questions.
So he started it here in Benin City?
Oh yes, he was the commissioner, the very first commissioner for Arts, Culture and Tourism at Edo State.
Edo State.
But what I was trying to say was that he was the very first to be so honored with that kind of portfolio in Nigeria.
Yeah.
We started Edo State as being the presetter, started it. And so every other state followed suit. And if you know Professor Victor Uwaifo so well, he's a history in motion.
Yes.
And of course you did tell me that when you were a kid you used to hear him.
Yes.
Oh, those are, yes.
Oh, yes.
Most of us, yeah, when we were kids, we were born into noise music. And some of our parents were also kids when they started hearing his own music. And so all over the nation, in fact all over the world. Professor Victor Uwaifo is a global man. He's a man who was appointed by the federal government to represent Nigeria in musical events all over the world. In 1970, he had a world tour. He was appointed by the federal government to do that. And in several arts and cultural events, he was appointed by Nigeria, by the federal government of Nigeria, to represent the country.
Wow.
By virtue of his
work.
Oh yes, he has contributed immensely as far as entertainment is concerned. As far as art is concerned, you can not pin Sir Victor Uwaifo to a direction. You can look at him from different. He has so many faces. He has so many faces.
Okay.
He has so many sizes.
He's still singing and producing songs and
Why
music.
not? In fact, right now he's going to produce.
Oh, yeah.
Before you are going to see him in the studio as I take you around, we're going to get to the recording studio. We have a recording studio here where he does his records. He's not tired.
Wow.
He's not tired. He's still. So you can look at him from the artistic view. He's a visual artist. Way back in 1963, he was already a graduate of the Yaba College of Technology in Lagos.
He studied
He studied arts.
Okay.
And he was on scholarship. And then when he finished, he gained an appointment with the Nigerian Television Service, now on NTA, as assistant graphic head. He was into music. He was playing music side by side with all this, and later discovered that whatever he got just for one show could pay him a year's salary at NTA. Consequent upon that, he resigned and went into full-time music that eventually blew to a global level.
So sometimes he used to travel out of the country. Do you think he has another place of residence outside Nigeria?
He's a Benima, serious Benima. He loves his
that.
country. If he had wanted to do that, he would have done it. But he's one Nigerian who believes in Nigeria.
Okay.
He does not believe in having a house in Dubai or having a house. He believes that it's a wasted resources. He believes that whatever you want to invest, let it be in Nigeria. So he lives here in Nigeria. He's proud to be a Nigerian. He advocates Nigeria, breathes Nigeria, he talks Nigeria, he preaches Nigeria. He preaches patriotism.
Yes.
He believes that though tribes and tongues may differ, in brotherhood we stand. He's completely a detribalized Nigerian, but proud to be a Benin-man.
Benin-man, yeah, exactly. Wow, wonderful, wonderful. So currently, is he working on any project now, or just only the music now?
As I said, he's a visual artist and has a lot he's been doing. Yes, I told you that 1963 he was already a graduate, but did he stop there? He did not stop there. Having garnered a worldwide fame in the field of entertainment, and don't forget, in 1965, he recorded Joromi. That's right.
I can remember that. When we were growing up, he's like our mentor.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
when I still remember one day when he drove past our street in Olia with a fancy sport car. We all rushed out of the room and watching him driving past our street. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, he's so fancy.
Oh, he is, yes.
Yeah, I like fancy stuff. I know. Yeah.
You know, he went straight into full-time music, but later, in 1991, he came back to the classroom.
Yes, that's what I wanted to ask you, because he's a professor. Professor Savito.
He came back to the classroom.
Okay.
He read for his first degree. He made a fourth class.
Okay.
What department was he? Fine Stroke Applied Art Department. He studied it, he read it, did his special project. His main special project is over SCK on his horse, accompanied by a live leopard. It's right when you go to the campus at Unibank, you're going to see the superimposed horse rider, the Oba, riding his horse. Oh yes, that was a special project. He made a first class. And he was a valedictorian on behalf of all the students that year, graduating students that year. And when he finished, he didn't stop there, went for his master's. He didn't also finish. In fact, as soon as he finished his master's program, that was when he was appointed as an honorable commissioner. Then after that, he went back to the classroom
For his PhD.
for his PhD. As I speak, he's at the verge of getting his second PhD.
Oh Lord.
So he's working
Two.
on a project.
Two PhDs.
Oh yes. So if you go to Bo campus, you're going to find his project.
That's a legend.
Oh yes. So he has conquered in the aspect of visual arts and also in the performing arts. That is music. That has to do with music. So it's a music. When you talk about the visual arts, his works are done so many places, so many cities in Nigeria.
So where can we find that outside the university?
If you go to, it's special project. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, his projects.
He has one of his projects in Kawan campus, another one at Tubo campus. That's the new. His PhD project is right there, right?
Is it the artwork, like the bronze artwork?
Oh no, you go to see.
Visual artwork.
No, he has made a lot of bronze works. Oh, this one is special medium. You know, in art we have different media, but this one, he's the only one who has used this one, and that is the reason why it is an art that is so unique. So when you go there, it speaks volumes. And you go down to a common campus, that is the first degree project you're going to find. Oba Esigye riding on his horse, accompanied by a live leopard. And there is a story woven around it. And through that, you were able to understand how Oba Esigye promoted the frontiers of the Edo Kingdom to a very high level, to the extent that he had diplomatic relationship with all the places like Portugal.
Like what we discussed yesterday, because we did similar thing yesterday.